Hey, LoSal, this is Mr. Snyder. I'm trying to give you information about a course that we're going to be offering here at LoSal. I wasn't able to meet with anyone in person before we left, but I'm going to give you an opportunity electronically and on the internet to learn about the new course, Sports Sociology and Journalism, that is going to be offered here at LoSal going into next year. It's offered for all seniors, juniors, and sophomores. If you have space in your schedule to fit an elective that you're very interested in, this is a great opportunity. The course numbers are 0734F for the fall and 0734S for the spring. It is, Sports Sociology and Journalism is an approved G elective for the CSU and UC system. I want to kind of talk to you about some of the stuff that we will cover to try and get you interested. A lot of what we're doing is going to be interest-based, and I want to do some things a little bit differently. So we will talk about a lot of subjects that people want to talk about. They see it in the news all the time. Every time you read an article about an athlete or about team sports, anything like that, we will want to talk about those sort of things. So units of study are going to be race in sports, as in racial aspects of sports, gender in sports, socioeconomics in sports, so how society responds to sports and how money influences that, youth sports and parents. We'll talk about how social media affects sports. We'll talk about amateurism versus professionalism, which is changing dramatically right now. We'll talk about drug abuse and PED abuse in sports, and then domestic violence and crime in sports. These are all units of study that you guys talk about a lot of times with your friends and the people you know, but you don't have a forum to kind of go in depth into what's actually going on with those. This class is only going to happen if people get interested in it. And so if you are interested in it, please tell friends about it. I need to fill both semesters, probably about 70 total kids for the class to happen. And if it goes beyond that, that's great. So a lot of what we'll do will be pretty much not homework based. It'll be more discussion based stuff done in class. We will cover the history of a given topic, and then we will look at how it affects us today and stuff going on today. Now, where you will apply what you are learning is every student once in the semester will do kind of an outside the class project, doing air quotes, where you will cover a sport as a journalist. Now, I have some examples here. If you give it a second. So sport journalism, I aggregated where I've had some samples. Now, I did this one for the lacrosse team. This one was done by your own Kane McConnell a couple years ago. He wrote an article about a volleyball game. And what I did was I gave him information on how to talk about volleyball and learn the vocabulary of volleyball before actually writing it. And you can actually see it right here on the website. The other one I wrote here. So you as a student, once a semester would go watch a game, and then you would write an article on it. And you can see I have this article here. This is application. It's supposed to be fun, and we're also providing a service to the school. You're going to learn how to talk to the coaches and interview the coaches a little bit, and it gives you kind of an in-depth look into sports. Big thing is you're not going to do it with your own sport. Just understand that. And then on this website, which I will use, we have a bunch of web resources that send us to things that deal with the sociology of sport, deal with the way people talk about sports, diversity, the good and the bad. We will talk about it all. This thing is supposed to meant to be fun, and that it's interest-based. You guys are going to want to show up to talk about a lot of these issues, and I'm going to do it by bringing a lot of different, especially modern sources. Last thing I'll talk about, because I want to keep this short, is my idea for the final. For your final, what you will end up doing is at the end of the year, we'll have an extended amount of time for groups to get together, and you're going to put together a 20 to 30 minute podcast where you are going to recap something going on at LoSal as far as a sport. And then you are going to speak about a topic. One of our units, depending on which one you get, changes the discussion. And you guys are going to be using evidence that you found online through your research, and you guys are going to actually be able to discuss this thing. And then I'm going to take that podcast and I'll post it here on this website for people to listen to, because my whole purpose is you guys being able to apply your understandings of the way sports affects our world. If anybody has questions, please email me at gsnyder@losal.org, and please retweet or keep pushing out this video to as many people as possible so people know it's available and we might be able to fill this class. All right, I hope to hear from people soon. It's a good opportunity, and I hope we can have this class next year. See you guys.